What are your thoughts about abortion?
So I could say that I'm for it, but I also can say I'm against it. It depends on the stage of abortion, and if there's a the baby is already formed, and I don't know exactly the particulars of that, but I feel like I would be against it. But if it's at an earlier stage, then I would be for it in general.
Yeah, I also agree with. I think it's very nuanced. In general, I support a woman's right to make decisions regarding her own health and body, especially when her health is at stake. On the other hand, having carried 2 children myself, I recognize how precious life is, and I also understand kind of the moral qualms that people have about aborting a living baby, who has a heartbeat. So I'm very conflicted about it.
And when would you restrict it? First trimester, second, or third?
That would be a question that would probably be more better addressed because I don't really know. I'm not familiar with exactly the time when they're considered that the baby is formed, or the heartbeat, or or still in a fetus versus in a baby stage. But I would say the earlier the better. And once you can see that there is a baby, I feel that I cannot I cannot morally allow it to die unless there is really a circumstance where it has to be aborted. That would maybe create a greater conflict, or a greater disaster, so to speak.
I think women and their health practitioners can make this decision the best. But in general, if a baby is viable outside of the womb, that seems to be like a reasonable guideline, although I don't feel comfortable saying that that's the guideline everyone should follow.
How did you come to that perspective?
It's kind of funny because I don't think and I had ever discussed this topic.
No.
And we kind of now just thinking about it, and I'm glad that this interview happened, because I feel like we are on the same page even without having talked in depth about this topic. I feel it's more of a natural response to me. It's more like an instinctive response to just be in the middle of the road, not take an extreme, because aborting a baby is like an extreme, and also letting it live with while it affects the life of its life, or the life of the mother, or anything else, is also an extreme. So I think being right in the middle of the road, and it's something that I shouldn't say should come to a person naturally, but I feel that's how I feel about it.
I would agree. I think taking a position that abortion should be illegal at the risk of a mother's health is very bad, and I would never support that. I feel like a woman's health is paramount. On the other hand, supporting kind of unlimited, unfettered access to abortion at any stage, we also have to confront sort of the more gruesome nature of what a late-term abortion looks like. And I know they're the most rare, but when they occur, it's a very gruesome procedure, and it's very sad. And how I arrived to that was, again, having carried 2 children myself, having given birth to a premature child, and knowing that he was viable at a very young age outside of my body. So I don't know. It's very complex.
Can you describe your thoughts on what you saw?
When I saw the baby being sucked one part at a time, it bothered me. Seeing that it was sucked like it was kind of collected like trash, it kind of bothered me. But ultimately, I think that's what happens to the baby. They get sucked through this procedure, and I felt bothered by it. I felt that I was about to take one end versus the other, and kind of like had a little change of mind of being middle of the road to saying maybe I would not be for abortion, no matter what no matter what the circumstances are.
I guess my word would be unsurprised. I'm pretty familiar with what that looks like, and which is why I would never choose to have one for myself. I think it's very gruesome. I used the word gruesome before, so that word also comes to mind.
Does this change your mind at all regarding restrictions on abortion and when you think it should be legal or not?
Yeah, I would say, like I said before, if it were done at the earliest possible, even in the first trimester, that would be probably better. But just watching the video, I felt that it shouldn't happen at all.
Who do you think should watch these?
I think anybody can watch this video so that they're aware of what the practices are like. At a certain age, for example, I know with our boys, because they're younger, we try to educate them, but at the same time, we want to make sure that at a certain age they understand what this means.
So I think everybody should see the video. It's an accurate portrayal of what an abortion procedure looks like. And if you're going to engage in unsafe sex practices, or if you're going to have a sexual relationship with somebody, there's a possibility of pregnancy. And if you ever consider that pregnancy would be unwanted and you want to have an abortion, this is what it looks like. It's very clinical, and there shouldn't be any sugarcoating it. If people are going to do it, they should face it and they should understand what's going on with their bodies. So I think we should show it to teenagers. We should put in sex ed classes. This is what an abortion looks like. If that's your solution to an unwanted pregnancy, this is what it looks like. And let them make a decision. At least they'll be better informed. Because a lot of times women see abortion as this magic pill that just makes a problem go away, and it's not the case.
Have as many people watch it, especially people who participate in the voting process, so that they understand. Because I think they have a lot of people have a formula in their mind, pro, con, but they don't know what exactly each one of them means and what a person has to go through if they are pro or they're con. So I think everybody who, before a law is passed, I think they should include videos such as the video that he showed us. And I'm pretty sure that a lot of people would change their mind based on it, because they would have more knowledge, and then it would help them have a better decision. So that's all I'm gonna add to this.